You wake up. You check your phone. Someone left a snarky comment under your post. Your coworker ignored you in the hallway. Your friend canceled plans last minute again. And just like that, your day is ruined. You're fuming, replaying the insult in your head, crafting the perfect comeback, drowning in self-pity. But here's the brutal truth. No one made you feel this way. You chose to be offended. You handed over your peace to someone else's thoughtless words or actions. And if you don't learn the Stoic art of never feeling offended, you'll spend your life as a puppet, jerked around by every careless remark, every sideways glance, every imagined slight. This isn't about toughening up, it's about waking up. It's about reclaiming your power. So let's strip away the illusions and master this ancient discipline before another day slips through your fingers. The Stoics knew something most of us refuse to admit. Offense isn't taken, it's given. By you, to yourself. Think about it. Someone throws an insult your way. Does it physically wound you? No, it's just sound waves hitting your eardrums. The pain comes from your interpretation. You decide it matters. You decide it defines you. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, faced betrayal, war, and endless political scheming. Yet he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That's the key. The insult only stings because you've handed the reins of your emotions to someone else. Imagine walking through a marketplace, and a stranger hurls a rotten fruit at you. Do you stop, pick it up, and carry it with you all day? Of course not. So why do you clutch every harsh word to your chest like it's treasure? Drop it. Walk on. Let's get brutally honest. Your ego is the problem. It's fragile, hungry for validation, and terrified of being slighted. But the Stoics saw ego for what it is, a prison. Epictetus, born a slave, had every reason to feel offended by life. Yet he taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Your coworker snubs you? Maybe they're distracted. Your friend forgets your birthday? Maybe they're drowning in their own struggles. Or maybe, just maybe, they're inconsiderate. So what? Does their behavior dictate your worth? Does their opinion shape your reality? Only if you let it. The moment you stop needing external approval is the moment you become unshakable. And that's true freedom. Here's a Stoic exercise you must practice daily. Premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. At dawn, visualize the worst behaviors you might encounter. The rude barista, the condescending boss, the flaky friend. Then ask yourself, will this matter in a year? Does this person's opinion hold any real power over my life? Can I choose to meet their pettiness with my peace? This isn't pessimism, it's immunization. By preparing for offense, you disarm it. Seneca wrote, "The man who has anticipated the coming of troubles takes away their power when they arrive." So when the insult comes, you'll smile. Not because you're weak, but because you've already won. Now let's talk about control. You can't control others, only your response. The Stoics divided life into two categories. What's up to us? Proheretican, and what's not? Aproheretican. Your thoughts, actions, and judgments? Yours. Other people's words, opinions, and behaviors? Not yours. Yet how much time do you waste raging against what you can't change? The neighbor's loud music, the internet troll, the politician you despise. Every second spent fuming over these is a second stolen from your purpose. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, taught that happiness comes from aligning with nature, accepting what we can't change and focusing on what we can. So ask yourself, is this worth my energy? If not, let it go. Your mind is sacred ground. Stop letting invaders trample it. Story time. Diogenes, the Cynic philosopher, was once mocked by a crowd as he ate lentils. A wealthy aristocrat sneered, "If you'd learn to flatter the king, you wouldn't have to live on lentils." Diogenes replied, "If you'd learn to live on lentils, you wouldn't have to flatter the king." Mic drop. The lesson? Offense is a luxury of the insecure. When you know your worth, insults glance off like arrows against armor. The more you cling to status, approval, or ego, the more vulnerable you become. But when you strip away the need for validation, you become untouchable. So next time someone tries to belittle you, channel Diogenes. Laugh or say nothing. Your silence is the loudest reply. Let's confront the deepest fear. What if they're right? What if the insult hits a nerve because it's true? Good. The Stoics loved this moment. It's a gift. Every criticism is a mirror, sometimes showing flaws we've ignored. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If anyone can prove me wrong, I'll gladly change. I seek the truth, which never harmed anyone." That's the mindset of a warrior. Most people armor themselves against criticism, terrified of being wrong. But the wise embrace it. They dissect it. If there's truth, they grow. If not, they discard it. No drama, no victimhood, just evolution. So next time an insult stings, ask, is there truth here? If yes, thank your critic, they've shown you where to improve. If no, pity their pettiness and move on. Now, the ultimate test, dealing with loved ones. A stranger's insult is easy to dismiss. But when your spouse snaps, your parent criticizes, or your friend betrays you, that cuts deep. Here's the Stoic remedy. Amor fati, love of fate. Embrace the moment, however painful, as necessary for your growth. Epictetus, who was crippled by his abusive master, said, "Every difficulty in life presents us with an opportunity to turn inward and to invoke our own submerged inner resources." The people closest to you will hurt you, not because they're evil, but because they're human. Forgive them, not for their sake, for yours. Resentment is a poison you drink hoping they'll die. Release it. Love them, but don't let their flaws dictate your peace. Finally, the daily practice. Every morning, arm yourself with these questions. What can I control today? Whose opinions will I refuse to carry? How will I respond to pettiness with grace? And every night, reflect. Where did I hand over my power? Where did I choose peace instead of outrage? This isn't a one-time fix. It's a lifelong discipline. But with each day, you'll grow stronger. The insults will still come, but they'll find no home in you. So here's your call to action. Start today. The next time offense knocks, don't answer. Let it wither at the door. Your life is too short to be spent in imaginary battles. You are the guardian of your mind, no one else. The Stoics didn't promise a life without pain. They promised a life without suffering. The difference? Choice. Yours. Now go claim it.